When most people think of education and studying, they assume that it's people who are in their teens, young adults, who are at the optimal time in their life to do that. But what if that's not true? What if being older doesn't create a disadvantage, but actually an advantage? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how going back to school is going to help you to create a golden age. Hey, welcome to the channel. My name's Keshav. If this is the first video you've seen, make sure you click the subscribe button and you ring the bell icon so that you know when new videos come out. And let's get into the video. You don't have the same energy you used to. You may have gray hairs, wrinkles, all kinds of things that are draining your energy. And on top of that, you want to add more work, homework, assignments, late night lectures, seminars. Why would you do that? Well, what if I told you that it's going to help you to delay the aging process? There was some research done at UCL in London where they looked at something, a part of the DNA called telomere lengths. And these work to protect the edges of your chromosomes. And what they found was that lower educational attainment was associated with shorter telomere length. Now, this doesn't conclusively prove anything, but it is one indicator. There's also research out there that shows that just as in young people, learning creates a surge of brain activity in those who are older. As a result, this helped to improve things like perception and broader brain activity. And these benefits don't diminish over time as a person ages. The second reason, and this is one that most of you can probably relate to, and that is the surge of motivation. Let's be honest, when you're younger, did you make the most of the education in front of you? For most of us, including me, you probably didn't because of the distractions at the time, because of the lack of life experience that you had. And when you go back to school, with all of the experience you've accumulated, all of the insight, the wisdom, the appreciation for how this is going to benefit you, you're not the same person in the classroom, but you're going back with the understanding that there is a purpose behind why you are there. There is a purpose behind why you're learning. And you understand that you have a limited amount of time, a limited amount of energy to achieve these goals. And so you're not only going to be at more of an advantage, you're going to be at an advantage because you have more motivation than most of the people in the class. You're there by choice, not by default, like a lot of the younger peers. So you can use this to your advantage. The third reason you want to consider going back to school, and I don't just mean a formal institution, it could be reading more books, but whatever it means to you, is because it's going to help you to remold your brain. When you think about the brain, how do you think it's structured? Do you think it's like a block of concrete or a piece of jelly? There's countless pieces of research, all this evidence out there that shows that your brain is not this fixed thing that you can't change, but it's moldable. And learning, developing a new skill, whether it's painting, drawing, developing a new skill in creative writing, these are all helping you to create new neural pathways. And the more you access these, the more you spend time practicing those midtones in the life drawing class or learning how to become a better goalkeeper in the five-a-side tournament you're a part of. Your brain is expanding, it's changing the structure, and you can do this at any point. And this is the advantage we have, that in the whole of the animal kingdom, if you were to take a rhinoceros and a human being, the rhinoceros, it can't change its brain. It can only operate in the environment that it was supposed to evolve towards. Whereas a human being, we can survive in the Antarctic, we can survive in the equator. Wherever you put this person, they have the ability to change and adapt, and you can use this to your advantage. The fourth reason is something that most people won't think of, and it's you're going to become an inspiration to the people around you. Because how many people do you know who have the humility, the drive, the energy, the organization to actually take a risk like that? It's well known that as you get older, you become more risk averse. You avoid failure and stick to the comforts of what you know. Whereas when you go back to school, you become the student and you are open-minded enough to be taught a new lesson. You're demonstrating to the people around you, to your family, your friends, your colleagues, that you're somebody who's always willing to learn. And how do you stop someone like that? It's an inspiration to all of the people around you. You instantly become a role model to the idea, an embodiment of that idea that at any point I can change. At any point I can learn something new. I can develop a new skill. Number 5, and this builds on the last point that I mentioned, and it's that you're going to create an avalanche of new opportunities for yourself. And I want to use the example of a guy called Fauja Singh. He is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, marathon runners in the world. He ran one of his marathons past the age of 100, I think it was 101. When do you think he started? Now, most of you would assume when he was 10 years old, 15, 20, 30, maybe 40. Well, this guy, he started when he was in his mid-80s. And as a result of doing this, becoming this incredible runner from Slough, I believe, or Southall, is it? He's been inundated as a result of this new opportunity he created for himself, this new learning, this going back to school. And I said it wasn't just about formal education. All kinds of brand sponsorship deals, all kinds of PR opportunities, all kinds of speaking engagements because of this new accomplishment that he's added to the roster of experiences that he's accumulated. So think about what you want to learn. Maybe you want to become an artist, a photographer, a life coach, an entrepreneur, an investor. There are all kinds of opportunities that you can create for yourself even now. It's just up to you which ones you want to create and take advantage of. And the final point, and perhaps the most beneficial of all, is the organization and the efficiency that you're going to create. Because at the end of the day, look, you know this more than me, because you're probably older if you're watching this video, that it's not easy. It may be easy for me to sit here and say, yeah, go back to school and learn something, but there's so many demands on your time, your energy, your focus, your attention. And in order to do this, maybe you have to sacrifice a few things. Maybe you have to wake up an hour or two earlier and sleep a little less. I don't know. But when you make that decision, there is one fact that I know to be true, having seen people in my own family do this, friends do this, that are much older, is that you're going to have to be organized. You're going to have to be efficient and make the most of your time. So that in the morning, when you're getting ready for the school run and you're getting the meal preps ready, you're also listening to the audiobook for the class you're going to sit, and you're getting the homework done on the bus home. You're going to become more organized. You're going to become more effective. And just imagine what wonders that could do for you in the other areas of your life. Going back to school at any point, putting your ego to one side and deciding to learn once again, it takes a huge amount of humility and courage. And to anyone who's thinking about learning something new, you should never hesitate. Because here's the thing, you should always accept only the best in your life and nothing less. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you comment down below if you're thinking of taking this step. Peace. Let me know in the comments what you think if you're thinking about going back to school. What are you going to be studying? And as always, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon so you know when new videos come out.